I started playing Destiny in the beginning of 2015, and one of the weapons that I remember most from the time of Destiny 1's popularity was a hand cannon called EYASLUNA. This was basically poor man's Hawkmoon. Nearly 7 years and over $400 later, I'm just not quite loyal enough to get it in Destiny 2. But that's okay, I have plenty of other 140 hand cannons I can use. But I will admit, EYASLUNA does look really cool. I think you know where this is going. These guns should look noticeably better than usual since I actually started using 4K screenshots. I honestly can't believe I wasn't doing that before. The first gun I made was the shotgun. Most of this was pretty simple, but the hardest part was making the stock. I first pulled the cylinder in and it kinda looked like chaperone. Eventually I ended up stretching it out, and this is the stock that I use for most weapons from here on out. I went straight from there to making a heavy grenade launcher. These can be pretty tough to make because of the cylinder and the rail below it. But, as you probably noticed, I used the attachment from under EYASLUNA's barrel as the section below the cylinder. And of course, I used EYASLUNA's cylinder for the cylinder here. The real challenge was showing that dark front face of the cylinder, since hand cannons don't show that part. So I ended up getting some generic piece from the gun, putting a satin filter on it to make it darker, and shaping it. It's really too bad that the bottom of the grip is blurred, because it makes blending it with things like that bottom section pretty tough. I figured I could use something a little easier, so I went with the sidearm next. It was really simple. I just shaved the barrel down a bit and put it onto the grip. Then I added that black metal section under EYASLUNA's barrel to look like the bottom half of the body. And that's pretty much it. Okay, now that I've had a break, let's try something difficult again. I've seriously been neglecting fusion rifles. This one was pretty difficult, but not actually all too bad. I put the attachments at the top of the barrel this time to give it a weird fusion rifle barrel. I also made a scope out of both of the attachments. But that isn't the only kind of fusion rifle I've neglected. There's also linear fusion rifles. It ended up with a little bit of a Black Armory auto rifle look to it. The hardest part was making the shape work, because legendary linear fusion rifles are mostly or all V-ed, and EYASLUNA just doesn't have a lot of those shapes. I like to make a rocket launcher as a joke near the end of a lot of my videos because of just how stupid they normally look. They're always just a scaled up barrel on a grip, and the barrel is normally horribly low resolution at that size. But as you can see, because I'm using 4K screenshots, it actually looks fine. The tube on the back that you reload is actually made out of the original cylinder, which is kind of funny. Overall, it looks like a mix between Bellowing Giant and Ascendancy. I'm not done yet though, I still have two more. The first one is a sniper rifle. The only assets I had to make at this point were part of the back half of the barrel as well as the magazine. Both were actually made out of the cylinder. In total, the cylinder is on this sniper 4 times. Okay, I want a real challenge at this point, something I don't make often. Let's try a sword. I think the blade ended up a bit short, or maybe the handle is just too big. Either way, I clearly used the barrel as the blade. You can see I actually put the attachments on the back of the blade, because why not? I'll hopefully get better at making swords in the future. I'll try more bows too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited about using these 4K screenshots. I took like a million of them all over collections. Let me know what you think about including more details of the creation process. I really appreciate your feedback. It's been so great to see that I've already started to build something here. Thanks. Take care.